PJ Sports Picks.
And it is time for PJ Sports Picks. We did not go to a commercial break, so we just did that. Improvise. Well, anyway, Dylan's going to lead us off.
For my first game, I have Minnesota and Atlanta. What are your thoughts on that game?
I'm going with Atlanta because the Vikings, even though that they have Christian Ponder and he's doing very good, the Falcons are doing better. And that's all I can say about them.
And for the Falcons, Mike Smith is still regretting going for it on fourth down against the Saints instead of kicking the field goal to win and lead the division. And now for Cincinnati and Cleveland.
I'm going with Cincinnati. Andy Dalton, Andy Dalton's too good. And even though he's a rookie, the Bengals are still doing very good. And I'm just amazed how Andy Dalton can connect to his wide receivers.
What do you think about Tampa Bay and Tennessee?
But what's your pick?
I said Tampa Bay, even though
for Browns and Bengals.
Oh, the Browns and Bengals for, I'm saying the Bengals.
Okay, now, what's your game?
Tampa Bay and Tennessee.
Who are you going with?
I'm going with Tampa Bay. They lost 4 straight, but Josh Freeman claims that he couldn't, that the sun was in his face, and I have a part of the song.
Oh, yeah. Okay, just wear some sunglasses. Wear some sunglasses or I guess you can't have glass on the field, but, have those little dark circle things under your eyes.
I have something to say about that.
What?
He was blinded by the light.
Well, anyway, if the sun's in his face, put those little dark circle things under there. But I'm going to do a science experiment in a little bit about do those black circle things really work? My explanation for that is that it does. The thing is because black attracts light. So it must, work. Anyway, Titans is it Bucks at Titans or who's getting
Bucks at Titans.
Okay. I'm going man, this is a tough time because I'm going to go with the Bucks. They put up a game with the Packers.
What do you think about the Arizona and St. Louis?
I'm going with Arizona.
I'm going with St. Louis.
Why are you going with St. Louis?
Because Arizona was manhandled by San Francisco last week.
Okay, but San Francisco is San Francisco.
Oh, yeah. But St. Louis, they've sort of been on a roll. They've won 1 straight.
Against the Saints?
Yeah. And John Skelton had a 10.5 for Arizona.
Okay, well, anyway, Arizona faced San Francisco. San Francisco is San Francisco. They only lost 1 game, and that's that. San Francisco is too good for any team like that. Arizona does not have Kurt Warner anymore. Get back to reality, first of all. And also, I'm going with Arizona. And actually, I had a little strategy for Arizona. Get rid of Larry Fitzgerald. Get 4 defensive backs that are decent on the defense, and three good defensive backs and 1 linebacker, and then have Patrick Peterson just be a cornerback for half of the game, and have him be a wide receiver for half of the game, and return punts and kicks. And then there you go. Happy birthday, Arizona. Okay. Anyway, what's your next game?
Well, actually, this is just a fantasy for that. What would you think about the Packers and San Francisco?
San Francisco already lost to the Packers, didn't they?
Yeah, but what do you think about a rematch?
Well, I think that the Packers are still going to beat them. So what's your next game? Come on.
Houston and Jacksonville.
Okay. I'm going with Houston.
So am I.
Even though that they don't have a matchup.
No, but they did just come from a bye week.
Yep.
What do you think about Buffalo and New York?
I'm going with Buffalo. Wait, New York what?
Jets.
Buffalo.
I'm going with the Jets. The Jets are both tied and they're fading from the AFC, but the Jets have their second from losing, but the Jets have been stepping up their game a little bit, but the Buffalo has been falling and the Jets have been climbing.
What's your next? Oh, wait. Yeah, I already said I'm going with Buffalo. Wait, what's your next game?
Carolina and Indianapolis.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Carolina, that's a no-brainer.
Exactly.
Well, Cam Newton's just great. Bottom line. And also, they got rid of Steve Smith. And also, Indianapolis hasn't won any games, and Peyton Manning is still getting MVP awards. Next game.
Washington and Seattle.
Go first.
I'm going to say Seattle.
I'm going to go with Seattle.
Why?
Because Marshawn Lynch.
That's good. What about Chicago and Oakland?
Well, Chicago doesn't have Jay Cutler, and they need Jay Cutler to win, so I'm going with Oakland.
I'm saying the Bears.
Oh, they don't have Jay Cutler. Come on.
So, Matt Forte.
Oh, well, they need Jay Cutler to get the pass going.
Yeah, but they did just beat the Chargers. Jay Cutler is the 6th disliked quarterback in the NFL.
Still, I'm going with Oakland. Okay, next one.
Okay. New England and Philadelphia.
New England.
Saying New England.
Next one.
I'm saying Denver and San Diego.
I'm going with Denver.
So am I.
And these hands are the You Can't See Me hands, and they're all the 4 Super Bowls that the Packers won, and from Green Bay. And
We'll be back soon.
And join me next week for another edition of PJ Sports Talk. And we'll join me back in WTN Studios, and I'll have more information for you about the WWE.
Make sure you're there.